Hello everyone, welcome to your yoga class today. We are going to be taking it really slow, so I'm calling this class Slow as a Sloth. So grab some tea, grab coffee or water, a nice warm beverage of your choice, and we'll get started. Props are optional. I think it's always great to have blocks for a little bit more support, bringing the earth closer to you. And if you'd like a bolster or pillows, that's also an option too. But if you don't have any of that, you'll still be able to do the class just fine. So we'll start off in a comfortable seat. If you'd like to, you could grab hold of your beverage here, and we'll start to tune into the senses. So maybe gazing down into your cup or gazing down at the floor below you. Start to just notice the different colors. What do you see? Maybe there's a pattern or a texture that you haven't noticed before. But now as you tune in, you see smaller details. As I look at my teacup here, the little note on the tag says, "There is pleasure in the pathless woods." I like that, it's nice. And then maybe you start to notice different sounds around you. See if you can tune in to one sound at a time and just notice the different characteristics of it. You don't have to name it, you're just listening. Next, we can feel where our body is in space, feeling what's pressing into the ground, maybe the clothes on your body, maybe the warmth or the coolness of a beverage or a snack nearby. And letting yourself have this sensation of being here. You're present, you're planted here. Whatever came before this or anything else coming afterwards, try to let it just flow on by, like water moving down the stream. Now, wherever you are, try closing your eyes and tuning into your breath. Feel the inhales filling up your body, moving your body. It expands. And as you exhale, everything softens down. Your body releases with the exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. A few more breaths just like that. Breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing through your face, the eyebrows, the jaw. Letting the shoulders come down your back. And resting the hands somewhere on your body. Inhaling and exhaling. That's all. It's simple, but it's not always easy. And we'll start off with our neck, and we'll kind of start to work our way down our body. So let the left ear come on down to the left shoulder, and gently rock your neck side to side, finding that nice stretch on the right side of your neck. And letting yourself linger in any areas that feel like a really good stretch. And take your time, letting the right ear come on over towards the right shoulder. And same thing on this side, just take your time, moving slow like a sloth. Letting the neck rock a bit back and forth. Good. And letting the head come back up through center again. Give the shoulders a nice big roll down your back. And we'll move into our trunk, starting to draw some circles. You can imagine that you're stirring a big stew, a big pot of soup for your life. Adding in all the ingredients that you love and you need. Laughter and joy. And we'll start to circle the opposite way. Moving slow like you're moving through molasses. Really take your time. Moving slower than you think that you should. Inhaling as you come around the front. Exhaling as you round through your back. And then slowly coming back up through center, finding some stillness. Our feet are going to plant down on the ground in front of you. And we'll windshield wiper through the legs. So letting the legs drop over to one side, pressing into this inner arch of your foot. You can almost feel the stretch moving up your leg and then moving on over towards the other side. Same thing, pressing into that inner arch. Windshield wiper the legs. We'll take it a few times on each side. Wonderful. Now here, we're gonna let the legs drop over to one side. And for deer pose, you'll fold over these staggered legs. If you have a block or a bolster, you can place it by your knees and fold down so your forehead rests onto this block. Breathing in through the nose all the way down into your belly and breathing out. Releasing any tension through your hips, through your legs. Letting it all go. On your next inhale, we'll move back through center. Take your prop with you. Coming on over towards the other side here. The block will come inside your knee and we'll fold down into our deer pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking a slow, steady inhale and a long exhale. Great. On your next inhale, we'll rise back up. You can place your prop off to the side and we'll make our way into a child's pose. So in our child's pose, the hips sink back to the heels, the forehead could come down to a prop, and the arms might reach long in front of you or long behind you. If you'd like to add in some extra support, then you could place a bolster right in front of you and you could hug it, bringing one ear down so your neck doesn't feel crooked. Another option for our child's pose is placing your bolster or a block under your thighs between your heels. This is a great one if your hips are really tight and it feels like your hips can't quite reach your heels. Then you put the support there so your body can still relax. It doesn't feel like it's holding on and trying to keep you lifted up. In this class, we really want to feel like we can let go and have the support of the ground underneath you. So it's important to let yourself do that, to grab the props, to relax, to breathe, all of that. So we'll hang out in child's pose for a few breaths. Settling in with each exhale, feel yourself melting down into your mat. If you are rested on the prop, you can bring the opposite ear down to the bolster. Settling in here, letting your body melt like an ice cube. All of the sharp edges, they're all gonna soften. One more breath, breathing in and sighing it out. We'll start to press up onto our hands and knees, coming into a tabletop. We can remove our props to the side. In our tabletop here, our shoulders are stacked over the wrists, the hips right over the knees. Coming into cat-cows, as you inhale, the belly will drop down. Pressing your hands, press the tops of the feet down into the mat. As you exhale, round through your spine, so you find this little tuck of your chin towards your chest and tuck of your tailbone underneath. Using your breath, inhale, the belly drops down. Exhale to round through the spine. Moving in a way that feels really natural for you. Maybe even closing the eyes here so it feels like you're the only one in the room. You can start to add in some extra movements, some nice hip circles. Maybe looking back over your shoulders. Finding these movements that come naturally, that just feel really good and help to wake up the back, the spine, the hips. All of these big central bones of our body. Nice, and as we start to come back to stillness, we'll send the right leg long down the mat, keeping the toes pressed at first, so we can rock a bit forwards and back. Digging the toes in so you feel this great stretch in the bottom of your foot, in your calf. Now we'll lift up the right leg, sending lots of energy out through your heel, almost like you're gonna press back into a wall behind you. For a little bit of extra balance, you could also reach the left arm long in front of you. Breathe here. Now the left hand will come down. The right leg is gonna sweep around to the front of your mat, finding lizard pose. You can always scooch the right foot off of the mat. And then we relax. Staying up on your hands is an option. Maybe bringing your forearms down to a block, or even your forearms all the way down to the ground. It's kind of like you're choosing your Starbucks order. You got your grande, tall, venti, all that. You can do that here too. Listening to your body, listening to what you need today. Great, the hands will press back up into the mat. For a twist, the left hand will stay down, the right arm reaches up nice and high. And then release the right hand down. We will sweep this right foot back to meet the left. This time the left toes will send long down the mat, pressing them in and finding a nice rock forwards and back. Try to get into all of your toes here, helping them to take up space. And then we'll lift the left leg up, just about hip height here, really pressing through your heel, a nice strong leg. Maybe the right arm also comes off the mat, finding a little bit of extra balance, a little bit more play. Remembering that this is joyful, this is fun. It's just yoga. And releasing the right hand down, we'll step the left foot into lizard, coming to the outside of your left hand. The right leg is nice and long back behind you. And then take your time settling in here. Each side might feel completely different. Maybe this side, being up on your hands, you feel a great stretch. Maybe this side, you come down onto a block. Take what you need, but never forcing anything, always moving from a space of love and kindness for yourself. And we'll start to come back up onto our hands. The right hand will stay planted, the left will reach up for a twist. And then release the left hand back down. We'll slide the the left knee back to meet the right knee. And we'll glide forwards into an upward facing dog type of shape. So here the hips come down to the mat and our hands are pressing down so our arms are nice and long. The shoulder blades have a little bit of a tuck together, opening up through the chest. Slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. We're gonna come into a nice shoulder opener. So our arms are gonna lie like cactus arms, goalpost arms, where the palms are down on the ground and your elbows are bent at 90 degrees. Then our right ear will come down and tenting through the left fingertips will roll over to the right side. Feel free to adjust the right arm. You could walk it up forwards. You could unbend your elbow so it's nice and long. Play around, take the time to explore. And remember to breathe. Breathing into your upper back, into the right shoulder. One more big breath here. Sighing it out. Slowly and gently make your way back onto your belly. The forehead can come down to the mat. And now we'll set up for the other side. So now the left elbow is bent at 90 degrees. We'll move so our left ear comes down to the mat. Tenting through the right fingers, roll on over to the left side. Make any adjustments that you need in your left elbow, your left arm. And then breathe. Breathe into the left shoulder, the upper back. This is a fabulous stretch, especially if you've been at a computer all day, even hunched over like reading a book. This really helps to open up our front chest. Great, take one more big breath in, sighing it out. Come back down through center, take your time. We are going to slide back, so coming into a puppy pose. The hips stay stacked over your knees, and then the arms reach long in front. If the ground feels kind of far away from you, grab a pillow, grab a prop, so your forehead can rest down. One more breath. We'll start to walk the hands back towards the knees and make our way onto our bottoms. The legs will reach out long in front. And to make this a little bit more supported forward fold, you can place a bolster on top of your thighs. We'll inhale to reach the arms up nice and high, and exhale to fold forwards. Hands will land wherever they land. Every day could be different. Sometimes they land on your knees, sometimes it lands on your toes, and it is all okay. Notice how your inhales kind of give you this natural lift up, it expands your body. And as you exhale, you can sink down deeper into the posture. Relax, relax, relax. If you find that the thoughts are all swirling around in your mind, try to bring yourself back to an anchor, your breath, a sensation, counting, something that will keep you here in the present moment. And we'll start to walk the hands up our body, letting your prop come off to the side, and making our way all the way to our backs. The feet will stay planted down on the mat. And coming into a bridge pose here, on your inhale, lift the hips up. Press the heels into the ground, even drawing your shoulder blades together for a little bit of opening up in your chest through your heart. Engaging through the quads, the glutes, the belly. Your whole body is involved in your bridge pose. If you'd like more restoration here, you can grab your prop and place it underneath your waistband, your sacrum area, so your hips can relax. We'll find 2 more breaths. And 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Slowly start to lower the hips back down. We'll hug our knees in towards our chest, giving yourself a nice big hug, a little bit of a rock side to side. We get a little massage in the lower back. Good, and for our final pose today, we'll come into legs up the wall. So here you could quite literally rest your legs on the wall, or you could stack your hands or a prop right underneath your waistband. You definitely want the pose to feel really easy, not stressful or straining. And we'll just take some time to move in the ankles. Try writing your name with your feet. My name is fun. It has lots of E's and N's, so it's flowy to write in cursive. But no, this pose is really, really good for your heart and your lymph system. It helps to drain through your legs back to your heart to more easily circulate the fluids in your body. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. Or lower your legs down, finding a shavasana for yourself before you head back into your day. It's so important to take a few minutes of self-care, self-love, so that you can fill up your cup, because we know we can't drink from the empty cup. So thank you for practicing with me today, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.